the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. And taking a look here at the Heat, they have what every team has on its list of top priorities, starting off the new season with a win and hopefully feeling the benefit of their work in the offseason and preseason. Shaq, there's nothing quite like the anticipation of opening night. Fans have waited all summer, players have waited all summer, and finally it's here. Was opening night always special for you?
It was very special. My favorite part was what I'm about to do now, Ernie. Hello to all the fans. Thanks for joining us out there. I'm excited to see you guys. I know you guys are excited to see us. I love the fans, Ernie.
Did you always do it this way with your hands up like that?
Yeah, but you also got to put the number one up. Hello, fans. It's me again. I'm here with Ernie. We love you.
Hey, everybody.
Got to show them your number one, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie.
Put some bass in your voice, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie. I'm tossing to Kevin Harlan.
Roberts. Number 15, Mario Chalmers. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 9, Luol Deng. He's your head coach.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference and going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
Well, we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two teams last year. That was fun to watch.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward position.
And they get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one.
Rose goes in, out to the wing, all sorts of time. Dunleavy's shot is off, and they match up really well.
Kevin, they really do. Sometimes it comes down to the X factor when these two teams play, and really it could go either way. They're that evenly matched.
Mick Roberts misses. Here's Noah. Rose, that's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Mick Roberts down low. Defended by Gasol.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. No good on the 3. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, "You know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint." Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. 5 to shoot. And McRoberts kicks to Bosch. It's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly. Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
Here's Dang, following the score by Derrick Rose. Shot clock at 6. Wade drives in. The Heat need to get a shot off. Offensive rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Now here's Rose. He had a 27-point outing in the last game against Minnesota.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
Bulls shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson has checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. And Rose working to develop his floater with his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Dang. And it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. Now here's Rose. He has 6. Cole with the rebound. Here's Napier, defended by Butler. And it's Napier missing.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And it's Rose penetrating. Noah kicks to Rose. Outside Butler, puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. The Heat trail by 4. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Feeds it to Cole. Granger against Noah. Now here's Granger. He's guarded close and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
First personal foul.
Danny Granger dealing with injuries over the last few seasons. His shooting percentages have waned, but we know what a clutch scorer he can be when he's right. Now feeling better, we're seeing some of that spring in his step.
And Granger 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span, a quick release too on that jumper.
He can be streaky, but he's a player who at one time, Kevin, averaged 26 points a game, and he can get his shot off in a hurry.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the basket by Napier.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Here's Cole. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And there's the pass to Napier. The second chance effort. Good on the jump shot.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they come out, and it's served them well.
So for Chicago right now, D-Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. McDermott and Gasol, the duo at the forward. And it's Muhammad in at the 5 spot.
You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, when you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
Well, the Bulls just seem built to play against every other team in the East. That's why they've made the playoffs so often, guys. Finished on top in recent years.
And to add on with Chicago. Last year they won 35 games against the East, which was bested only by the Indiana Pacers.
Well, that's more than Miami and other teams that finished above them in the standing. The Bulls are always a factor in the East, it seems.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Cole.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Well, great sign, because after that poor first quarter, now they're playing better offensively, and they have the lead.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Wade with it, Gasol covering. And it's Dang again missing.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Rose attacking. Rose double team. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Butler passes to Rose. Here's Chalmers. Finish off the break.
Boyd made last season shooting a career high from the field. Focal point offensively, playing alongside LeBron. But he responded with the most efficient offensive season of his career.
Timeout call.
And Miami calls their first timeout of the game. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Chicago. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. Wade against Butler. Wade, good. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And it's Rose penetrating, and it's blocked by Bosch. Now, here's Chalmers. He's guarded closely. Shot's good by Bosch. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight. It's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
The drive by Wade. Puts up the baby hook. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And the Heat with some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Josh McRoberts. Granger comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, as you know, Dwayne Wade has one of the best pump fakes in the NBA. And he'll tell you he picked it up from Sam Cassell. Of course, you remember Sam was playing in Milwaukee when Wade was at Marquette in the same town. Wade knows how hard it is to deal with pump fakes. I bite too, not as much, but guys get me. I get mad every time because I'm like, that's my move. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Thank you, Doris. Here's Napier. Soft touch off the glass. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Rose gets the bucket.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Stolen by Rose. All alone. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And those are the kind of plays that will turn that deficit into a lead quickly. So solid defense on the ball, that's the key.
Napier kicks to Chalmers. Chalmers with the screen for Granger. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And Cole kicks to Napier. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Rose. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Butler with the jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Second quarter in. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
What a game for Rose. 16 points and 3 steals.
He's making such good decisions with his passing and also being aggressive and getting to the line by drawing fouls.
Well, that's an excellent combo to have, I'll tell you that.
Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Bosh in at the center. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Chicago trailing here. Heinrich outside. Outside Butler. Back to Heinrich for the lead. The rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Josh McRoberts, a pretty unique player. 6'10" power forward, who's an outstanding passer, quality shooter from range. But he's not without weaknesses. He could be a better rebounder and maybe a better defender for a player with his size and athleticism.
Heinrich outside. Pass to Muhammad. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
7 seconds on the shot clock. 7.
For 3, Heinrich. And the shot is good.
Heinrich.
Heinrich's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Chicago.
And McRoberts' rebounding rate has declined every season in the NBA, and that's 6 straight seasons. A rate last season that's unacceptable for a guy of his size. I mean, he's got to find a way to make a bigger impact.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And McRoberts, a starter in his time in Charlotte. His shooting spacing for locker room presence. Big Al Jefferson walking inside. Signed by the Miami Heat this offseason, but just before LeBron's decision.
And Kevin, his game certainly would have been a compliment to LeBron's, but any team can use a big man who can pass and shoot. And with his athleticism, he still has some upside.
I agree. Here's Wade. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. 6 points for Dwayne Wade. Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
That's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
He dishes it to McRoberts. Pass to Chalmers. Heinrich against Wade. Heinrich dishes to McDermott. Here's Gasol. Heinrich kicks to Muhammad. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gasol inside. He's up against Bosch. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Gasol. And now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. Well, Mario Chalmers coming into last season made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in peak shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
And the Heat with some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. And Cole subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Anderson with the block. Here's Cole. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Chalmers passes to Dad. Kicks it to Granger. Miami no good on that time either.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. Those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Heat trail by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Anderson is screen on Heinrich. In the corner, Granger with it. Traps in the tray. Granger's got 5. And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade has it.
Back to Granger. There's the dish to Chalmers. Granger with the screen for Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Granger drives in. Anderson drops in the layup for 2.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Heinrich outside. Got it off in time, and that's not going to go.
There's a maniac out from me. Got an angel on my shoulder and Mephistopheles. Mama raised me good, mama raised me right, mama said.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting him way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays are just phenomenal. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Inside of the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. Rose is out there with Dunley. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 slot. Rose goes in. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade dishes to Bosch. It's deflected. Stolen by Noah. Outside Rose. And that one's good. Rose has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
You also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Bosch.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. The shot isn't there. They're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
And especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Wade kicks to Cole.
Doris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who you bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
And the second free throw, good. And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. Still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
Here's Mirotic. Misses the three.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
Outside Dang. And McRoberts kicks to Dang. Nick Roberts, the pass to Bosch. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Rose, no good. Miami trailing. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Wade outside to the left side wing. And McRoberts kicks to Bosch. Out to the right wing. Cole. And that one hits back iron. Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's Rose penetrating. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Gibson dishes to Dunlap. Now here's Rose, guarded closely. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rose has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. Timeout called the Heat. They're down by 4. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bulls making a switch here. Gasol's check. Wade kicks to Cole. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Norris. Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's Rose penetrating. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Back to Rose. Rose double teamed. Dunleavy the pass to Noah. Banked in off the glass. Noah's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bulls.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Cole. And another basket for Miami. Big time bucket there, Clark.
Crowd is loving.
Well, they know exactly how big that shot was.
And it's Rose penetrating. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Cole dishes to Dang. Passes it to Cole. They set the pick. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And both free throws good for Cole.
Boy, those were massive foul shots right there. It's down to a 1-possession game.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. outside Rose. Rose double team. So it's Miami now. Heat shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Now here's Wade, defended by Dunleavy. Wade can't hit, and they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management is crucial.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Defensive foul. Mario Chalmers. That's his second personal foul.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line for the Bulls, Derrick Rose.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And the Heat all-time Heat. That is what you take.
The defense should simply back off and let them shoot whatever shot they want. The only way they can get 4 points is if they make the three and pick up a foul.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. So for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Thanks for joining us. Now it's time for the Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.